Okay, so glass is back on. Good. Okay. It's tempered glass, next boy. Okay, so now we're over here. Okay, I'm going to do an exclam rule set in the chat here. This is what we'll be going over. I'm not going to be changing anything. I'm just going to be going over what is changed on my machine. Come on, wireless keyboard. We can do this. I love the mouse. I hate the keyboard. Like, the keyboard takes... if I get 6 feet away from my computer, it won't recognize anything. It takes like 6 seconds to load it in. Okay, guys. We're going to be starting in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to be going over my recommended rule adjustments for a home use Star Trek Next Generation. I don't change too much on this table, but there are a few key things I think are pretty important to change for the home player. This machine is known for having some of the most brutal outlanes in pinball, and that's not really an understatement. All right, so open up the table and get to the menus. We're going to go to Adjustments. I also have a list of all the adjustments here posted below the stream, but I'm going to go through them manually just so you can see. So we're going to start at Standard Adjustments. Tilt warnings, I increased that to 5 from 3. This allows you basically 1 really good nudge per ball, which I like to have. Number 3 in Standard Adjustments, max extra ball count 10. With the way I have my machine set, there's no way you could ever get 10 extra balls, but why limit yourself? Number 5, replay system fixed. Factory is set to auto, and what auto does is adjust the amount for a replay based on what previous players have scored. Also on factory settings, a replay awards a credit, not an extra ball. So we have replay system fixed, 1 extra ball at 450 million, and a second extra ball at 1 billion. We set the second extra ball at 1 billion because you're never going to get that extra ball in the holodeck, so it kind of evens things out. Next is replay boost. This is the amount of score you receive when you receive a replay or extra ball. In this case, I halved it from 50 million to 25 million since we added the second extra ball. All right, where are we at? Replay award extra ball. This makes sure replays give you an extra ball. In special award extra ball, we changed this because the beta ramp 50 shots awards special. So it gives me an extra ball at 50 beta ramps, which is no small feat. I've only done that a few times. Okay, a couple random things. If you have LED lights installed in your machine, allow dim illumination. If you change that to no, stop the flickering in my shield lights, which are still a little bit funky, but it definitely improves some things. For a home player, minimum volume override might be a good thing too, especially if you have other people in your house. Minimum volume, I believe, is 10 or 12 otherwise, which is pretty loud. Okay, that's it for the standard adjustments. We're going to go into feature adjustments here. Number 1 is kickback setting. I have this set to easy. The way it's set on factory settings is kickback is lit at the start of the game and then not lit again. On medium, it has memory, so it knows if it's lit. So if you had start ball 2 with kickback, it knows that it's there, but otherwise it just disappears. Easy lights it once per ball, which I think is fair for the outlanes on this machine. You'll probably lose that kickback within 15 seconds of starting your ball anyways, but at least it allows you not to drain right away. Okay, number 10, this is important. Buy extra ball is a really annoying feature on pinball machines, which is there so if you're on location, somebody can buy a credit to add 1 ball to their play. So it prompts you to buy an extra ball every time you end your game, which I find to be really annoying, so we turn that off. And then 15, video attract on. My machine's not on all the time, so why not have it be fancy, right? Okay, just a couple more. We're going to go to pricing adjustments and go to number 17, excuse me. This is free play. This is what makes it so you don't have to use quarters on your machine. Set that to yes, and all you have to do is press the button. Okay. Got high score adjustment here. I only have one adjustment in this one. It's number 9. High scores reset every, and you can set it to how many games before your high scores reset. Since it's a home machine, I don't want my scores to reset, but you can set that anywhere from 250 games to 20,000. In general, when I reset my scores, I do it manually by doing a factory reset like we did to do this. And then we're going to go to Utilities. The main thing on utilities, you can set the time and date, custom message, game ID, so on and so forth. It's really up to you, but on some machines like Junkyard, you want to have the correct time and date so you can do things like Midnight Madness multi-ball. So that's the quick and dirty for my recommended settings for the Star Trek Next Generation pinball machine for home use. Hope that was helpful to somebody. And that is the settings I'm playing on. If you do rule set at any time while I'm playing the Star Trek machine, it'll also bring up the list of those adjustments. All right, guys, what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to kill the broadcast. I'll bring it back up very shortly, but I have to switch audio inputs so we can actually play some pinball, because this mic will not pick up the game noise the way I need it to. I don't have to move cameras or anything, so it'll just be a really quick shutdown and boot back up. Thank you all for your patience. Hope you enjoyed and learned something from both those tutorials. It's been something I've been meaning to do, but frankly, I didn't know the table well enough to do those the way I wanted to until a couple weeks ago. Captain Booth, thank you for keeping it dapper, sir. Appreciate it. Okay, be back in about a minute or so. Thanks for your patience.